All right, so safety and reliability are a huge part of what will make future Hyperloops successful. And as a part of the competition, the students were required to show how fault tolerance and safety were integrated into their designs. We took into account fault tolerance of their braking and levitation systems, the contingencies for tube pressurization events if the tube were to suddenly become repressed, and their analysis at pressure as well as at atmosphere, and loss of power contingencies, and safety in operations, checks and balances during general operations of their pod. The winner for safety and reliability is MIT.
I'm Steve Massey, and I'm presenting the Performance in Operations Award. At SpaceX, ops are a critical part for our day jobs in enabling rapid and reliable launch, and of course, a critical part of making the Hyperloop a reliable and safe operation for humans and cargo. And there were actually several teams we were very impressed by. So I'd like to go over a few honorable mentions first. I want to commend Virginia Tech for their modularity and scalability of their frame, their pod stop command, and we found that they had the best software user interface, which they wrote in a day, despite, but still had the most, which had the most intuitive state diagram, which was very easy to understand how their software worked. I also want to mention Purdue, who was super fast to load and move around. Good job, Purdue. And then third, I want to mention St. John's High School, the first team. They were the first team to successfully levitate in a vacuum for Hyperloop. But our winner of performance in operations, we commend them for their very simple pickup method. They had two 2x4s to go in, pick up with their forklift immediately, and load and unload. They were super easy to place on our I-beam, and as soon as their brakes came off, they were super easy to push. And we found that they were the quickest to get around with their pod, the fastest to enter the tube after being loaded onto the dock, and the fastest to get out. So with that, I present the winner of performance in operations to the University of Maryland. You guys are still here. Okay.
Hi, I'm Doug Bernauer. Did a lot of electronics design for our tube and pusher. And I'd like to give...
He did everything.
Thanks, Steve. I'd like to give the award for performance in flight. Sort of the pod that, impressed us a whole lot. In the way it operated and ran down the tube. This team was able to actually go and change the configuration files when we told them the pressure we were going to run at, so that they would run most optimal for the pressure we were going to attain in the tube. This team is also was personally viewed by Elon while he was here right after his speech. This team is VAR. Congratulations.
Hey everybody, I'm Flo Lee. I just wanted to start off by congratulating every competitor that we had here. I've been working on this project for the last year and I've just been totally blown away by what I saw this week. So the passion and the effort that you guys put into this has been absolutely amazing. So I wanted to congratulate all of you. So I'm going to be giving out the Innovation Awards. We actually have 2 awards and 1 honorable mention. Honorable mention goes to Vic Hyperloop. And they designed and manufactured their own custom electromagnetic brakes, which is pretty awesome, so congratulations. Okay, so our first innovation award goes to Badger Loop, University of Wisconsin. I don't know if you guys saw their booth, but they made their own virtual reality setup. They really focused on the scaling aspect of the Hyperloop. And they really, fit the spirit of the competition in trying to have a design and an idea that could make this into a reality for everybody. So if you guys want to come on down, I'll get you your award. Okay, and the second innovation award goes to our one non-student team, our Loop, and this is a pretty special team. Some of them had never even met each other before Friday, which is pretty amazing. This is a crowdsourced design, and they had a very positive outcome in the design requirements and the whole upfront design. So I think these guys deserve a pretty big hand of applause for coming up with their design.
Thanks very much. All right. Oh, man. Let's go, Dave.
Okay. All right. Who's designing instruction? Are you? Yeah.
Hey there, I'm Keenan. I'm also your high-speed pod operator. I want to thank everyone for coming out this weekend, or week, whatever day it is. The judges wanted me to stress that both all of them and I'm sure all of us are very impressed with everybody's performance here. We saw a lot of awesome pods and a lot of student teams. I know you all worked very hard to get here. I'll be presenting the Design and Construction Award. This is not the final overall winner. This is specifically the design. So the description is the overall pod solution that's most impressive at the competition. So we're all engineers up here, so this is a lot about the engineering work that goes into those pods. We actually have a list of the top 10 teams here. The judges wanted me to stress that they're all very close. I'm just going to read through the list. So the number 10 team is Kyo. Number 9 is St. John's High School. Number 8 is Carnegie Mellon. Number 7 is Purdue. Number 6 is University of Washington. Number 7 is University of Maryland. Oh, number 5, sorry, I was reading the list. Number 4, Virginia Tech. Now we're down to our top 3. The judges also wanted me to stress that these top 3 teams are all very close. MIT is number 3. Number 2 is VAR. And then your winner for the Design and Construction Award is Delft.
Thank you very much. Oh, I love it. These are awesome.
All right, so now to announce, remember from the rules from a long way back, there's two winners to announce. One is the team with the highest overall score, and one is the team that went the fastest in the tube. The trophies we have here, one are autographed by Elon, so that's pretty sweet. And these were actually 3D printed in our 3D printing lab, which is what we also use to make rocket parts. This is a pretty sweet trophy. So we'll start with the team with the highest score. Remember the summary of the sum of all of the other categories, and that's Delft. I'm jumping down.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. Before announcing the final winner for fastest pod, which we probably know, there's two things to note. One, I just want to make sure everyone understands how difficult a job it is to build a pod that does not crash. Like what we built is a very, very cool pusher, and it goes insanely fast. But to build something that gets released and is levitating and doesn't go side to side and crash and maintains control is an absolute feat. Like this isn't just exaggeration. This is. When we first did this, we did not know if anyone would ever get in this tube because it is so hard. And we did 3 vacuums, and it was going to be 2 open air runs, and they all worked. And that's literally incredible. So it's awesome. The second thing is, for you huge Hyperloop fans, the night is not over, as we actually have another run coming, which is going to be a Virginia Tech open air run. And it's pretty cool with the open air because obviously Hyperloop is vacuum, but you can actually really kind of hear it going down the tube because the door is wide open. But now to introduce the overall winner of the fastest pod, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I'm sorry, but War/Var. Congratulations. Careful. Big flies off.
Thanks a lot. Really, I appreciate everything. Thanks.
That was an amazing ride. You guys did awesome.
Thanks a lot. Really awesome work for you guys. Congrats. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, congrats. All right, so Virginia Tech, let's clear this area and load it up. But one other note, I think Elon's been pretty clear that this is not a one-time event. We have the second SpaceX Hyperloop pod competition will be this summer. So we welcome everyone to come on back. All right, let's go with Virginia Tech.
We got trophy for high score and Delft Cup. you just heard the enthusiasm from all the student teams as our leads just announced the winners of today's awesome competition. It's been a day of innovation, it's been a day of excitement, it's been a day of festivities, and we cannot congratulate enough all of the teams who contributed in this effort. We had teams from international sources, Japan, Canada, Australia, Germany, and the Netherlands. We had teams all the way from high school to college to postgraduate work. 25% of our applicants were female, which is much higher than the matriculated rates in most of our universities. Just a fantastic day. And it was very, very humbling for SpaceX to see such technological innovation supersede things like nationality and gender and even age. So with that said, we would like to send our greatest thanks to everybody who participated, all the SpaceX staff, all the people who watched at home, and in particular the students who contributed to this effort. You can follow along for competition weekend number 2 upcoming this summer, and we'll continue to post updates on our website spacex.com/hyperloop, as well as our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So with all of us here from Los Angeles and SpaceX, good night, and we'll see you next time.